All right, what is going on, everybody? This is Dylan of DSL Media, and today, gonna be playing some Switch 2. Yep, here is the system right there. And also, like, if you saw, of course, like, I filmed it last night, but I also did an unboxing video of it, where you got to see a look inside that box and just feeling that system for the first time, and well, one thing I gotta say, looking at it right now, is that it is a big ass screen. I mean, of course, like that was, I mean, I did know it was a big screen, even just like as I was unboxing it. But also looking at it up close, especially when you've been playing the original Switch for so long, which I have been doing, uh, then yeah, um, then yeah, like this screen right there, it looks pretty big. It looks pretty big. It looks very high resolution. Well, I mean, it is in 1080p. Like the original Switch was actually in 720p. And even though this isn't an OLED screen, which some have been disappointed about, but even though this is still LCD, this still looks pretty good. Like this is a pretty good looking screen right there. So yeah, anyway. So now, let's pretty much I want to get into the chase here. If I can dock this. Actually, maybe it's docked the other way. Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay, and so now, just in about a minute or two, hopefully it shows. Okay, all right, and now. All right, and now here we are, the system menu, and yes, I decided to have it set to dark mode because because even with the original Switch, I had it set to dark mode because I just think that just looks so much cooler. Ah. Also, does it look kind of bright on the capture? Hold on a minute here. Because it's not supposed to look that bright on the capture. Well, maybe it's because I have like HDR output on, which match TV state, screen burn-in reduction. Okay, yeah, somehow it looks a little bright on the capture. Maybe I turn HDR output off. Maybe that'll help. Or actually, wait, no, maybe I'll just adjust HDR is what I'd have to do. Because, yeah, I didn't realize how bright this looked on the capture. Connected TV doesn't support HDR or HDR support is turned off. Well... Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of overexposed here in the capture, because it doesn't look that way on my TV. But maybe, hold on a minute here as I cut back to camera. Maybe if I go into the settings on the Switch 2 menu itself, as I do it offline for a moment. Display. Connect console to TV. Okay, I want to turn all of that off. All right, well, let's see if this helps a little. Yeah, I gotta wait for this to... (120 Hz output. What happens if I go back to base? Whoa, that looks so bright. No. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why that looks so bright in the capture. Um, yeah, cause it does not look that way on the TV. I can tell you that right now. No, I don't want to go into sleep mode. What I want to do, maybe I'll restart. I'll restart the system, and hopefully it'll boot back up. Yeah, that still looks kind of bright. Okay. Hold on a minute here. I want to see if I can. I don't know how much I can look this up, but switch to display. Switch to display when captured through. Might appear brighter when you see the screen. Okay. Switch to has brightness settings. Uh, okay, so screen brightness. That's not where I want to go to. Actually, let's try setting this to 1080p. See if that helps. No, it still looks really bright. That's so weird. Wait, no, don't turn on HDR output. Or actually, wait a minute. Oh, hold on a minute here. Maybe. Hold on. Let's see if I can. Okay, why the hell does this look. Why does this look so overexposed? Yeah, because I mean. Because I mean, this is the capture doing it. It's not my TV doing it. Because it's showing up fine on my TV. So I don't know what's going on here. But let's see. Oh, well, maybe if I try. Maybe if I try RGB range. Full range. Still looks bright. Um. Yeah, still looks bright. I don't know why it's doing that. Limited range, perhaps? Oh, interesting. It actually has voice. It actually has text to speech here.
System settings. Text to speech. Use text
No, I am not doing that. Change speech text during game to chat. Huh. Okay, well, anyway, I'm trying to find. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so let's see. All right, so I guess I'll have to try like OBS manual filters for this. See if this helps. Gamma, contrast. Okay. Okay, what I want to add is settings only apply to SDR video. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This isn't set to hold on a minute here. Okay, I am going to have to go into properties here and see why the hell is that display so damn bright. That is, if it'll actually load up. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, so I don't know. So I don't know. Like, there's been like kind of having a little technical difficulties with the capture, but of course, what's a stream here without a little bit of technical difficulties? Am I right? Yeah. I mean, I was like setting it up where like it does show it on the capture. But why it's so damn bright, I don't even know. Video decoder. Ah, yes. So this is the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo seemed to be in a hurry getting it to launch. Yeah, I know. I know. Am I right? A lot of it does like kind of look kind of just sort of samey, in comparison to like even the original Switch. Of course, the brightness here that you're seeing in the capture is, well, a result of the capture and really so much the case of, not really so much the case of the system itself, because the system itself, well, uh, yeah, the system itself is running fine. But the capture, well, I don't, yeah, I don't know why it's showing up this bright on the capture. I might try to switch like to a different capture device if I can't get this set up properly. But okay, here we go, 1080p. Okay, actually, what I'm gonna do for a moment is I'm going to switch. Well, actually, wait. I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't know. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do right now is that I'm gonna switch capture cards to see if this runs any. To see if the brightness looks any better. So, yeah. So just give me a moment for that, and I will get that set up. So, we'll be right back in a minute. Okay. Well, all right. So right now I'm still figuring it out right now. And yeah, I have a feeling that the problem of why the video came out as bright as it is on the capture and not on the TV screen is because of HDR settings. Yeah, I got to be sure that HDR is turned all the way off. And I mean all the way off. I'm talking like there needs to be no HDR settings turned off at all because the thing is, I was adjusting HDR on the TV screen. On the TV screen, they had like the whole like adjust HDR. And like it's and like that type of thing is more adjusting for the TV, but it is not there for but what it's not there for is adjusting for the capture cards, and that's why it came out as bright as it is. So I'm doing everything possible to one get that capture to show up again on my laptop, but also to be sure that all HDR settings is turned off because I do not want to have the I do not want it all to. Okay, yeah, so auto applies HDR to everything. Yeah, boy, isn't that just swell? But also I might have to stop this stream and start it back up again. So, it's possible I might have to do that, but let's see here. Okay, yeah, so I'm looking at the articles. Nintendo auto applies HDR to everything. Yeah, that I think is the problem that I'm having. So if you're connecting to a poor or non existent HDR, so let's see here. So I got a. Okay, so automatic. Let's see. 120 hertz output, low latency. Yeah, so I'm trying to see here. Yeah, HDR output can be toggled on and off, which I do have HDR output off, but it still seems to apply it for everything. Okay, but right now I may have to close down. I may have to stop the stream and start